If you can just quickly brief us, why are we here today? Firstly, where are we and why we're here today?
We're at Intelligent City inspecting restaurants, and the reason why we're inspecting is because we are responding to the lack of capacity in terms of the bargaining councils, and also that in the Tshwane area, the collective agreement has lapsed, which forces us then to take an oversight and make sure that the restaurants industry are inspected, because we have also had a number of complaints, some trading in the media regarding the non-compliance. So as a result, we're then responding to those complaints and making sure that we touch base with the whole industry. And we have started police inspections from yesterday to cover the whole province for the whole week. But here we are in a different type of an inspection, which is called the joint inspection with the Department of Home Affairs and the Bargaining Council and the police. So this is the one that usually we profile because it's with other sister departments.
Are these raids only limited to restaurants in Gauteng?
For this week, yes, they are limited to restaurants, because we want to make sure that when we leave this industry, then we sure that everybody complies, or where there's non-compliance, then we deal with that non-compliance.
When are you guys going to be conducting these similar raids in other provinces like Cape Town?
Well, this one is countrywide. Yeah, it's a raid on the hospitality industry countrywide, so it's not only in Gauteng, but the whole country.
What happens to workers found to be undocumented migrants? Are they deported immediately or?
Well, that is why we wait the Department of Home Affairs, so that once we found those that are undocumented, in our case, they shall have contravened the Employment Services Act, which says that everyone that is employed in the country must have a work permit, and all that person who's issued with a work permit would usually be a person with a scarce skill, which is not really applicable in the restaurant industry. And once those are found, they will be deported by Home Affairs, and even the employer or the manager will then have to face a criminal action.
Right now we are at Teng. What have you noticed that is against the law so far?
Well, so far we have noticed that there are gas installations that does not comply with the law. So we are going to prohibit the usage of their kitchen in terms of gas installation. And we have also, but we have noticed, fortunately, that in this case, they comply with the Commission for Occupational Injuries and Diseases Act. We also still comfortable when it comes to the national minimum wage, though there's a section that we have not seen, that of waitresses and waiters. Usually that is the section that usually it's underpaid in terms of tips and commissions. So unfortunately, when we got in, there were no waitresses because the restaurant had not commenced operating for today, but we are told that they might be coming in at around 12 o'clock.
The officers have acknowledged that there is probably one first aider. What does that mean for an establishment as big as this one, and the fact that like there are 100 and something employees?
Yeah, they must have more first aiders, because the law is very clear to say the number of first aiders that you must have must be complement the capacity that you have. The same with the safety committee, safety officers. So the law is very prescriptive to say what numbers should you have. So in this case, they were found to be non-compliant in that regard.
What is the department learning from these raids so far?
No, we're learning to say, where there are bargaining councils, there's a need for the department to keep on playing a very serious oversight, because by then leaving that sector to the bargaining council without really playing an oversight sometimes is problematic, because the bargaining councils, in their nature, do not have a number of agents that are equivalent to the numbers that will provide as the Department of Employment and Labour. So that is the challenge and the experience that we are learning, and it means even in other sectors we need to do the same where there are bargaining councils.